Hello from Ural of New England in Boxborough, Massachusetts. We have a 1995 Ural Tourist. It's a one-wheel drive Ural with a sidecar. It's an older brother of modern Urals that we see it these days. And this bike has been beautifully maintained. It only has 11,000, a little over 11,000 kilometers, which is about 8,000 miles more or less. It's in original condition. As I said, it was very well maintained. It just recently traded to our dealership, Ural of New England in Boxborough. Our technician went through this bike. We've done necessary updates, and it's ready for the next ownership. Don't expect this bike to be as refined as the new modern Urals that we also have available for your consideration. This is a great motorcycle for someone who enjoys occasional tinkering and enjoys more mechanical vehicles rather than having hydraulics, electronics, and some other modern features that we have on modern Urals. So we'd like to show you this bike. First of all, we'll go over the video camera and show you condition of the bike, so you, in case you are distant from our dealership in Boxborough, you can still give this bike a serious consideration, and for the price that we're offering, it's a phenomenal value. So let's take a closer look. So let's start from the front of the bike. Front tire, it's in reasonable condition. There's plenty of tread left, but it is one of the older tires. It's still going to pass inspection, and it is safe for the road, but it wouldn't be a mistake to replace it in the next year or so. Front fender, as with any Ural, it's all about metal. Everything is very substantial. The paint is very nice. The shocks are nice in the front. The leading forward suspension works great, no squeaks. All the electrical and all the controls, they work great on the bike. If you look at the engine itself, we've done some work as far as making sure it runs good. All the carburetors were cleaned, balanced, ignition timing, tune-up items, everything was adjusted. There were some minor oil leaks in certain areas that we addressed, but the bike is in great original condition, and it's ready for the road. And again, for the price, it's a great value. The gas tank paint is in very nice condition. You can see typical Ural seats, rubber seats without covers. There's a little bit of surface cracking on the driver's seat, but it's just really on the surface. As we go towards the rear of the bike, the rear tire is in similar condition as the front. It's safe. Let's see if we can grab that with the camera. There's a decent amount of tread left, and there's no cracking on the tire. But again, given the age of the tire, it's hard to say the age, but it's certainly not one of the newer Ural tires. Let's have another quick look on the side of the bike. One thing about this bike is that it actually has a very rare factory option that it has 2-in-1 exhaust system. So it's a low mount 2-in-1 exhaust. The right side of the bike doesn't have the muffler. It has a header pipe that moves across and into the right side header pipe, and then into the right side muffler. Well, let's keep going around the bike. The sidecar nose has some really minor imperfections, tiny little dent here, and looks like a scratch here and a paint chip here. Sidecar is nice and clean. The seat is in very good condition, and the electrical harness is all original on this bike, and at that time, let me show you the switch. There was a kill switch on the bike, so if you flip the switch over this way, it just turns off the battery from the bike. If you flip it this way, the power is back on. That is nice for the extended storage. On this bike, there's also a pigtail for charging port. It is installed on the bike. As we go around the bike, the sidecar fender paint is nice and glossy, a little ding on the surface. And other than that, it's in great condition. Bike frame and the sidecar frame are in excellent condition. The spare wheel and the tire rim is in great condition. Tire holds air, but it obviously, the tread is worn. This is really just as a spare, temporary use as a spare. If we look inside, there's a tonneau cover, and the trunk cargo space is in great condition, nice and clean. Well, the most exciting moment is getting the bike started and taking it out for the road. So this particular bike does not have electric start. It is a kickstart only, and it has a valve, petcock valve here. So this is on, this is off, and this is in reserve. I'm going to keep it in reserve because I think we have about a gallon left in this gas tank. So as far as starting the bike, we're going to turn the ignition on, which is the key to 12 o'clock. We're going to make sure it's a neutral, and there's a little green light that says that. And then usually I would give it about 10% of the throttle and make sure that we have the kickstart in ready to go position right here. Starts right up. Yeah, it's not that hot. I drove it here, but it starts right up with the proper adjustments. And this engine is nicely tuned. So let's take it around the building. Clutch feels great. It feels great. This is just like once the bike is started and it's on the road, it feels plenty of power. It handles like a purpose-built sidecar motorcycle. It has great brakes, nice throttle response. Here's another Russian vehicle, a military SUV. Second gear, third gear, and here we are in the fourth gear. Okay, so now we're reporting from the sidecar. Second gear. Third gear. Nice throttle response in third gear. Yeah, that's basically, we're in third gear. It pulls real nice. And that's fourth gear. Brakes are actually very good on this machine. It's a drum set of brakes. No hydraulics to fiddle around, and they work great. We'll go off the pavement a little bit. Dan, hang on. Again, no clutching, everything with the throttle. You can control the entire operation of the bike. Even most of the off-road conditions, it's you can just do everything with the throttle. That's a good sized bump. It took it pretty nicely. And what would be a demonstration without putting a Ural in reverse? Let's get it in. So first thing we're going to do, we put it in neutral. and then we're going to move this lever and put it in reverse, which I just did. So now we can just move in reverse direction. And what's nice about Ural reverse, it's a mechanical reverse gear. So you could be going for miles in reverse if you wish. Yeah, unlike with Honda Gullwings or some Harleys that get set up with reverse, this one actually has a mechanical gear which does not limit you to how far you want to go. You probably have your personal limitations, you wouldn't want to go too far, but as far as the motorcycle goes, it can handle reverse with ease. A push start. But as you can see, kickstart works really good. And we're back in shaded area. Give you one last overview of the bike. It does have a parking brake right here. And it's exactly the same as you find on the newer Urals. It's got plenty of road clearance. It's actually, they don't even make a one-wheel drive bike with this type of road clearance. The modern one-wheel drive Urals are the CT or the Retro and M70 platform, which are much lower to the ground. This particular bike has the same road clearance as the modern two-wheel drive models as a Patrol or a Gear Up, but it is a one-wheel drive model, which keeps it simple. And if you do want to try some off-roads with some good knobby tires, I'm sure this bike will impress not only you as a rider, but other participants that are on a ride with you. Thank you for viewing this video from AlphaCars and Ural of New England in Boxborough, Massachusetts. We hope to see you in our showroom or visit us online at www.alphacars.com.